Hey Capricorn, it's Haley with Tarot from Beyond here to provide you with your September 1st through the 7th reading. I'm going to go ahead and help you guys understand what may be going on with you guys, okay? So it looks like you guys are juggling something. Let's see what you're juggling. You're juggling a burden. Well, what's the burden? Oh, okay. The burden is that sometimes this card means, it's like there may be something or someone that you're with, something that you're engaged in. Let's see what it is. It's definitely pertaining to love because these are cups, right? Cups represent love. So basically, some of you are juggling a burdenish type relationship, with someone that you're with. And this is the fantasy card. It's like you're fantasizing about what you wanted this relationship to be like. You're fantasizing about what you wanted this person to be. You created in your mind what this person was rather than who they really are, and you're starting to see it. You're starting to feel it. You're starting to realize, hey, this is a burden, because, you're realizing now that this person is not what you thought they were. And now that you see it's a burden being with them, right? And so, right, look. And so now you're realizing that. And so here comes the emotions, right? Let's remember that emotions are optional, okay? You can either look at this as liberation or you could look at this as a sad situation. Let's not forget, everything is about experiences in our life. We experience everything. I mean, what I'm doing with you right now is an experience between the two of us, right? We're experiencing what we're allowing ourselves to understand, okay? And we're experiencing together right now, just through this reading. And so many of you are very sad that you have realized that, hey, I thought this person was this, and I'm now seeing that they're that. And that makes me sad because now I'm in a situation that's posing a burden on my life, So, it's dredging up things that, I've experienced in the past that are quite unpleasant from my perspective, from my ability, to perceive things. My conscious, mind is being, the things that I've done in my past, the way that I perceive things in my past, it's dredging up old things, that I just don't want to experience. It's just a burden. This person brings out old things that I've already restructured. You know what I mean? And now this person's like dredging up the past, past things that got to go, things that I've already dealt with and already got them out the way. But now this person's bringing them back in the light. Things from the past. Because this person doesn't understand the concept of give and take. And that's a burden for me. I'm tired of this, is what you're saying, Cappies. I'm tired of this. Tired of fighting. I mean, swords represent thought, okay? It's like you're tired mentally being in this situation. This is just a burden. It's a burden. Ten of Wands represents a burden. So some of you are juggling being in relationships, and clearly what you are likely, juggling is trying to maintain your own peace, I mean, I'm without even pulling any cards, I'm pretty sure that that's the case, right? You got into a situation with someone and realized that this person is not who you thought they were. And now it's very disheartening to you. It's yeah, this person's not what I thought they were, and I've allowed them into my space so much so to where it's actually affecting me. I'm burdened by being in this relationship. I'm tired of what they're doing. They don't understand the concept of give and take. And on top of that, they're dredging up all of the past things that I've dealt with already. And then now it's they're, bringing up the past, and they're bringing up, they're trying to bring up my past and bring up things in the past that just no longer are relevant, but they're making it relevant because now they're playing the mind games. That's why the sword came. These swords. Swords represent thought. This means the past. They're bringing up the past things. That you're already tired of those things. You've already dealt with those things, and this person's dredging up the past. But you're strong is what you're being reminded, and it's a major arcana, and that's why you have to really understand you guys are strong. So that is what is very important. This is spirit telling you straight up, don't forget how strong you are and how resilient you are. It's okay what you're experiencing right now. It's okay, because everything is a learning experience, and when you look at it like that, it really allows you to see it from a lighter perspective, instead of a perspective where it's like, oh my God, this sucks, I hate this. It allows you to say, you know what, this is a learning experience. This person may not go away tomorrow, but I'm working on it. I'm juggling, working on likely, purging this out of my life. And you're strong enough to do that, okay, Capricorn? So don't forget that. Because when you know that you're strong, what happens is not only do you attract people in your life that are also strong, which could be of assistance to you in this particular situation, because, sometimes you may have to lean on other people's strength when your strength is being tested in this situation. And you're working on it. You're working on it. And that's good. Okay, Cappies? So now is the time for you to look at yourself on the inside, right? And to remember, don't go back into the past, because this person's trying to dredge up your past. They're trying to bring up your past, to try to make you look less than what you are based on what you experienced in the past. From their perspective, makes you this or makes you that. Excuse me. Please understand that other people have the capability, if you allow them, to perpetuate feelings in you that will have you living in the past, and not in the present moment. And it's very important to be in the present and realize where you are in the present, okay? You do have to consider in the present, who were you and where you're trying to go in the future, but it takes being in the present to be able to really sift out what's what, okay? So that you can go ahead and make the choices and decisions that are appropriate in the situation to create the outcome that you want. So make sure you watch the general reading first for your sign, okay? So that you can understand what I'm trying to teach this month with regards to how you can create the outcomes that you want in your life, okay? And that comes with responding positively, no matter how hard that may be, right? It's going to test your strength. It is. I promise you, and I know it. Trust me, been there, done that, doing it now. I'm right there with you. I know how you feel, We have to be very mindful of not letting external things going on around us be the determining factor of what our behavior is going to be. We have to make our behavior be what we want it to be, not what this other person is like trying to make us be. It's almost kind of like this person's trying to provoke you, by dredging up your past. I just really get that sense. They're bringing up the past, whatever mistakes you've made in the past, as if this person is infallible. And when people try to litigate, who you should be and who you should have been and this and that and all that, once you find the relationship becomes toxic or whatever, you have a decision to make. Yes, nobody's perfect, and you're never going to find anybody perfect. We all have our polar opposites. We all have that polarization about us. We all have the potential to be the best or the worst, and sometimes that person in between, and sometimes we're a little bit more like this, and sometimes we're a little bit more like that. Well, the goal is to always be the best that we can be, and that comes with, that conscious effort, to make sure that we listen to that voice in us that either corrects us or praises us based on the choices that we've made with regards to our own behavior, regarding whatever we're dealing with. So, Cappies, it looks to me like some of you have either ended a relationship or are about to end a relationship because you're realizing that the person that you got into this relationship with is not who you thought they were. It's not right? It was like you were like, man, this is, it's almost kind of like you created who you wanted this person to be in your mind. And when you realize that this person is not that at all, you're like, oh no, this is not, I'm going to have a funeral over this. And then you're looking at what you feel like you lost. Well, you didn't lose anything, Cappies. Don't look at it like that. You didn't lose anything. You gained more knowledge. That's what you really did, And it's going to assist you in the future with regards to your future relationships. Promise. So make sure that you live in the present. Don't let anybody dredge up your past and try to make you feel some type of way because of whatever. Because your past is gone, okay? And it taught you how to be who you are today. And you are not who you were yesterday. Every day we evolve, even if it's just that much, and that's okay. But see, whatever, I feel like the person that you're with is making you juggle, in your mind with regard, what is this person really right? Who's right? Who's wrong? What's going on? You're juggling in your mind, what's valuable information and what's not, because pentacles represent something of value, right? So you're juggling what's valuable. Is this person actually saying something valuable or not? They're dredging up things in you, and it's like part of you is like, do I sit and focus on what this person's saying, with regards to whatever happened in the past, as if they don't have a past themselves, don't forget that part, you have to realize that the things that come out of people's mouths are a projection of how they feel inside. And that goes for you as well with regards to how you're going to respond to the situation. So now, new beginnings, right? The Fool. You're ready to experience different things now. Now you're at a point, or you will get to a point where you're like, you know what? Okay, I realized what happened here. I see what this person's trying to do. And through your strength, right, and through being mindful in the situation by looking at yourself and living in the present, accepting yourself for who you are, accepting yourself for whatever it is, being able to do that, spend some time with yourself is what Spirit is advising you to do. Because by spending time with yourself, you'll be able to listen to that little voice that either corrects you or praises you based on, the way that you're responding in this situation. To whatever you deem negative, okay? New beginning is the Fool. He's ready to go and experience, even if it takes risks, and some of you feel as though ending whatever you're ending with this person, you feel like you're taking a risk and you don't know what's going to happen next, and it's making you feel this way and it's making you feel that way. You're juggling what's valuable in your mind, with regards to the games that this person is playing that's making you tired, okay, and posing a burden. All right, so new beginning coming. And this new beginning looks like it has a lot to offer you. The King of Pentacles is somebody that is financially stable and knows how to handle his money. All right, so if you allow yourself just to have some peace, regardless of what's going on around you, okay? No matter how this person's responding, no matter what buttons they're trying to push in you. Because we all know, sometimes there's that button that will set off the atomic bomb, and that person knows what button to push, and they want that reaction. Remember that. I feel, Cappies, as though the person that you're with, you know that it's a burden, you know that it has to end, you know that a new beginning is due to you, and that you don't want to be in this situation anymore because this person's not who you thought they were. That's why this card popped up. Because it's coming to an end. The funeral's here. It's like you're experiencing the emotions associated with, ending something that you thought was actually going to be a pleasant experience. But please, understand that emotions are optional. You could either feel sad or you could feel liberated by liberating yourself from being in a situation that is not serving you. Okay? And it takes a lot of introspection, a lot of me, myself, and I time to really be able to really realize and take it easy on yourself with regards to how things are going. Because the only person's behavior that you can control is yours. Okay? And so when you are able to control your behavior, you've made a huge achievement. Understand that, you know? And the way that you're able to do that is by spending enough time with yourself to be able to say, you know what, I'm really going to focus and let me see, you know, what do I have? What do I not have in terms of being able to deal with this situation? You know, what knowledge do I have with regards to how I can consciously deal with this situation? You know, and when I say consciously, I'm talking about the human part of us, our human response, right? But make sure that your human responses are incorporated with that deeper part of yourself, your higher self, the part of yourself that either says, yeah, you shouldn't have dealt with it that way, or the part of yourself that says, nope, you did everything exactly the way you were supposed to. That gives you that validation based on your conscious choices. Your new beginning is coming with something very bright, because I'm telling you, what happens is when we end situations that no longer serve us, we end relationships that no longer belong, what happens is we leave the door open for better things to come in. Okay? And, you know, this is spirit letting you know what your potential is. You could be the King of Pentacles, male or female. You could be financially stable. You could be putting all that energy, you know, instead of putting all that energy into how sad you may be feeling because this person's not who you thought they were. You could be putting that energy into you and into what you want to achieve and into what you want to accomplish. You can easily switch your energy and just say, you know what? I know that where my energy goes, that's where the energy is going to flow. So if I put all my energy into feeling sad and feeling bad because this person's not who who I thought they were, and they're trying to dredge up my past and make me feel some type of way, and then I got to sit here and juggle my emotions and what I deem valuable or not. Is this person saying something that is actually important or not? Is this really true what this person's saying or not? Should I really believe what this person is saying about me or not? It's like you're juggling. Don't do that. You know who you are. This person can say whatever the heck they want to say. It doesn't matter what they say about who you are. You know who you are. And this person is trying to make you doubt yourself is what I'm feeling. But I'm telling you, you shouldn't, because your potential is endless and your new beginning is here. All right? With speed, your new beginning is here. This means speed, communication, or travel. As a matter of fact, I feel as though it means all three in this particular reading. Why? Because speed. With speed, you can have a new beginning if you allow yourself to. You don't have to feel this way if you don't want to. You could say, you know what, as difficult as it is, you know, to switch my emotions from one thing to another, as difficult as it may seem to be able to do that. Just say to yourself, I can do that. I'm going to put my energy and attention into something more fruitful, more valuable, something that's actually going to bring me satisfaction with regards to not only what I'm able to achieve to create this outcome. That creates a great sense of well-being because you're able to see what you're capable of and what you can do and what you can create. And see, money it's not just about the money. It's about what you're able to prove to yourself that you can do, you know? And I feel as though a lot of you are working on this already. You know, you're working on it already. Your new beginning is here. You know, you got two very strong indicators that your new beginning is here. A lot of you may have ended some difficult relationships because you got with somebody who you thought was one way, but then you realize they're another way. You know, and then it hurts you because you were like, man, I thought that you wouldn't be the type of person that would try to dredge up, you know, past situations or things that I've done in the past, you know, because I don't live in the past. If you want to live in the past, you can. That's your choice. But I don't live in the past. I'm tired of doing that. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to live a fantasy with you anymore because I know that you're not going to change at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change me. I'm going to go ahead and change me. Look, and that's what these cards are meaning. I'm going to go ahead and change me. The Hermit represents introspection, that you, yourself, and you time. That time that you spend with yourself where you're able to say, wait a minute, hold up. I know that I can start over anytime I want to. I know that I could create a new beginning within my own thinking and my own choices and whatever I allow into my life anytime I want to. And see, when you get to that place, that's a very powerful place to be. Which is why you pulled that strength card. It's a very powerful place to be when you're able to know that you could go ahead and say, I could create a new beginning within myself whenever I want to. So Cappies, know that you have that capability and work on what you can definitely become, which is the King of Pentacles, okay? Somebody who is financially stable and knows how to manage his money. And with regards to this card, the speed, communication, or travel, understand that once you get to this place where you are financially stable enough to be able to travel, that's exactly what you'll be doing if that's what you want to do, okay? And this is also metaphorically. You are now going from one place to another. That also represents travel. You're traveling from being in one place to a more prosperous place. Rather it be just prosperous because you're now no longer, the company that you're keeping at this point is no longer, around people that don't bring out the best in you. The way that you communicate with yourself is very important, okay? When you do this introspection, remember, communicate with yourself kindly. Be kind to yourself. Even if you make mistakes throughout the course of ending this relationship, because endings can a lot of times come with, people, like I said, dredging up your past and trying to make you feel some type of way because of whatever happened in the past. Well, if you're seeing that this person is not growing and that they are actually the same person that they were and haven't grown an inch. Look, that's why I keep this big ruler here to remind me of growth. This person hasn't grown, and you realize that this person in the past is the same person that they are today. You're the one whose vibration is raising, and that's why the reason why you're not feeling this person anymore is because you've grown and likely they haven't. And as a result, with speed, you're moving on. Okay, guys? So it looks to me like this was the first card that popped up, that you guys are juggling what's important to consider and what you deem valuable. Okay? You determine what's valuable and what's not. Okay? Don't let this other person indoctrinate in you what's important. You decide what you think is important in your life. And if this person is not, assisting you or, being positive in your life, if this person has not assisted you in your growth the way that you've assisted them in their growth, this is that give and take card. If they don't know how to give and take, it's kind of important not to be around people who just take, and don't know how to give. Okay, so Cappies, I just get the word reassurance. Be reassured that you do know what you're doing. You do know how to identify situations, people, things that no longer belong. I'm telling you, it is purge season. As a matter of fact, it's always purge season. Anytime that there's something going on around you that no longer belongs, you have the opportunity anytime you want to have a new beginning with the way that you choose to think about yourself and the way that you choose to think about things. All right? You could change your mind anytime you want to. That's your right. And if you feel as though you're in a situation with somebody that you no longer want to be in, just know that you're in where you put your energy, that's where the energy is going to flow. So you could either put your energy into how sad you feel because this person's not who you thought they were, or you could put your energy into what your true potential is at this current moment, which is being able to financially sustain yourself more than enough. More than enough. Okay? So, I hope that this resonated with many of you Cappies. If it did, I ask that you hit like and subscribe and leave your comments. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself, know thyself, and namaste.